her, I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say. She's trying to make herself a...
Fixture?
Like she's nudging into Kalen's spot.
Yeah, she wants to be there next to him all the time. I mean, granted, she hasn't explicitly said, I want to be next to you all the time, but that's what it felt like when she said that.
I feel like everything she has done thus far in this conversation is her saying, hey, I want to be there instead of your bitch. Because I'm this bitch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Without saying it at all.
Yeah, she's just blaring Beyonce outside of his bedroom window. Like, hey, I sleep naked and I'm not married anymore. Just to let you know. But this is actually super convenient for Richard. You see, Jade, Richard sees the light. It's not a condition. It's not a condition. This is a favor. And he never said anything about not doing favors. See, so it works.
He's got to make his people feel safe.
Yeah. What choice does he really have?
Except to let her sleep near his room.
There is a naked woman very, very nearby who needs me to be in there with her at night.
Yeah.
While she's naked.
Or nearby.
Nearby.
Yeah.
Outside the door. Unless she calls. No, obviously not, but that's what... I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Man. You're supposed to be the smart hero. Of all the other heroes, you're the guy.
Richard is not Richard.
Fucking
right
figure it out, bud. So, first thing in the morning, the troops would be sent to Kelton to get the army under Dahara's control. Right? Fine. Done. I'm going to do you this favor. I'm going to collect your army. They work for me now. Everything is working out.
Yeah, at this point, Lumholtz seemed to have, like, a weird reaction when he said that. Like, oh shit, like, this is reality. You're talking reality stuff. Like, I was like, oh, surrender my country. Haha, this is so fun.
Like, she didn't really even realize.
We'll sign some papers. And he was like, oh, but, like, really? I'm going to take control of your fucking country tomorrow.
You have just surrendered to me, by the way.
But she does, like, let it go. She's like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. That's cool.
Yeah, it's not really a big deal to her. She was never in control, per se, of all these people anyways.
Exactly.
We know she is now. So it just kind of seemed like it was a sideways thing for her.
Yeah, she doesn't seem invested.
Definitely not. So, okay, and here we go. Here we go, y'all.
Yeah.
At this point, the two of them completely drop the formality and start to speak on a first-name basis. This is the most inappropriate thing that's happened all night so far. Which apparently is going to take both of them a lot of practice to do. Because they can't fucking get it.
Even that comment, they were like, this is weird, calling you by the first name. And they're like, yeah, this is going to take practice. We're just going to have to call each other intimate names on a regular basis. Isn't that okay?
Oh, this would be just as weird as if I decided to call you by your first and last name every time I addressed you.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
It would be weird. It is weird. Because it is weird.
Yeah.
Because, like, she's a widower now, and he is fianced.
Yeah.
And she's not even dead. Like, she's still around.
Yeah.
And they're pushing it to this very intimate level that nobody should be comfortable with, and yet everybody is.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
weird.
it'd be one thing if they had met tonight, made some formal, like, agreement, and then in the next couple days, progressed to a, like, friendship-like banter. But that's not what this is.
No, that's... this is not that. So Catherine tells him...
That's her name, by the way.
Yes, Catherine. Oh, shit, yeah, who knew? Catherine tells him that she will leave him to his dinner, but remarks how good it looks.
Mm.
And at that, he insists that she stay and share it. So she does. He gives her the lamb that he wasn't planning on eating, you know, because war wizard and all that.
Obviously, the kitchen doesn't know his dietary requirements yet.
Right. And she immediately, like, I'm going to decline the knife and the fork. I eat with my hands because I'm a real woman.
Yeah, it's a Kelton thing, apparently. If it's good, you have to,
Now,
you know, not use tools to hinder the experience. Weird. You're talking sexual already.
I get
We're
that.
already off.
I get that. And for just a moment, I have to defend her. Because as a as a person that has eaten at Buffalo Wild Wings, sometimes you just gotta do without I'm not saying this isn't a thing she's doing to, like, there's layers here, right? definitely. I am 100% not trying to say that this is purely because of the food, because it's not.
She was making pleasurable murmurs.
That's where it goes too far.
Of the lamb. So yeah, I think it's a little bit different.
Bitch, I had that lamb. It's dry as fuck. I know it's not that good. Okay. Calm down.
I will say, yeah, I probably have moaned with pleasure.
That's all I'm saying.
Like at the sight of food.
I wasn't even talking about that. All I was going to talk about was just eating it with your hands.
Yeah.
I got that. You put your fucking fork and your knife down, you grab that shit, and you eat it. And it's just fine that way. Like, it's good that
But
pizza.
She has ulterior motives.
Yes, she does. And I wasn't trying to get away from that, just so we're clear.
Okay.
Okay. Some things you can eat with your hands and it's not weird. However, the
Right.
way she's doing it, totally fucking weird.
I've never actually eaten lamb, so I don't know shit about how to eat lamb.
Yes, you have. We had lamb shoulder in Traverse City, and it was
but
fucking
not like on the bone.
delicious.
It wasn't
not
on
the bone. No, but it was good. And of course, Richard is totally fucking into this, and he gives her half of his buttered bread. 'Cause, oh, you like the lamb? Here, have the bread. And she takes the bread, and she licks the butter off like a fucking weirdo.
Yes. I just want to say how I just picture Richard staring at her with his mouth open, be like, oh yeah? Oh yeah?
Here, eat the bread.
Take this.
Try that.
Yeah.
I got a cup of some... Do you like gravy? Here's gravy. No, gravy's gross. To me, it's gross.
They're both being full-out weirdos right now.
100%.
Yeah.
She licks the butter off of it.
Who
and then
licks
she's like,
butter?
I like the way it feels on my tongue.
Okay. Children lick butter. Adults, grown-ass adults, do not lick butter. And they do not talk about how it feels on their tongue in proper...
Not like this.
Yeah, no, that is not okay.
The proper way to lick butter is to put a shitload of butter on whatever it is you're eating and then eat it.
Eat it, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yes. In no way is that polite dinner combo.
No.
Like, not even a little bit.
No, not even a little bit. And Richard ends up dropping food on the way to his mouth while he's watching this because he's totally phased out. I like how he looks down. He's like, oh, shit. Nope. Totally came off the fork. Whoops.
First, like, he thought he ate it, and then he was like, oh, it's all over the table. Okay. I feel like a lot of people have done that.
You know he did the swipe.
Yeah.
They'll pick that up later.
Yeah, somebody else will handle that.
Now, okay. The lamb, weird. But I can see it. The butter, totally fucking weird. This next thing, weirdest of all. She eats a half an egg. I'm assuming gotta be hard boiled, right?
Yeah, it's like spicy. It's like a spicy hard boiled egg.
Okay. Well, I'm not hating the sound of that, but like, so she eats half of the egg and then she shoves the other half into Richard's mouth. Yeah, but I don't know how to do that, so yeah. Oh, okay. Basically forcing him to chew or die.
It's really fucked up. Fucked up.
She's introducing a little bit of danger into the situation. You know what I mean?
Her own personal ball gag. She's made that.
Oh, God. We don't need tools. Check out this egg.
Eggs being sexy is the weirdest fucking thing to me. I can't.
Right?
My brain.
Right?
Like, strawberry, I could get. An egg?
This is the parallel, though.
What?
When Kaylin did it, she did it with an apple.
And
you got the apple juice, and it was all on the lips and fingertips. And
eggs smell funny.
Yeah. And then this bitch gets eggs. You can't compare eggs with apples. I love each, but they're not the same thing.
No. They are not.
So she rounds all of this out with sticking her fingers.
Ew!
Yeah, in the pears and the cream, sucking on her finger, and then inserting the other all the way into Richard's mouth. Hang on, all the way into his mouth.
And then aggressively telling him to suck it clean.
Yeah, she has just turned this up like 110%. If at first there was just some weird conversation, now this is full on weird pervy creepo being like, yeah, suck on it. Suck on it. Yeah.
Let me just say, even if you're comfortable with a person, I think a lot of times shoving your finger all the way into their mouth is not okay. Like,
nope.
there are maybe a very few instances where that's okay, but like, even with, like, you're my husband. I've been married to you for a very fucking long time. if I put my finger, even a knuckle, like not full finger,
First
okay?
knuckle.
First knuckle into your mouth, you're weird. And immediately are like, get the fuck out of my mouth.
What are you doing? Yeah.
And, okay.
Unless you're feeding me, which then you might get a pass.
But not really.
But not like this.
Not for a full finger. There's no way my full middle finger is going to be inserted all the way into your mouth.
Fuck no.
And I'm going to be telling you to suck it clean without you being like, this is a situation we have going on right now.
I'd be like, what's happening right now?
Yeah, I mean, there are some situations where maybe that's okay, but this woman is not that intimate. Was like, this should not be an okay.
Setting.
Yeah, this should not be okay.
And of course, then the juice gets everywhere, and then you gotta lick more juice. She's just becoming very demanding.
It's aggressive.
Yeah, and she comments on how she likes his rough tongue. Apparently, Richard is a cat. I was just assuming she was hinting at something that she wants to do maybe a little later, or she wants him to do a little later, for sure. And he forces himself to get up. And
Not that way.
Right. From the table, I should have added. I can't help but picture him clear his throat, like, oh yeah. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, we like that tongue, don't we? Let's get going, okay?
Dinner was good. It's bedtime now.
Do I have my jacket or a pillow that I can carry?
Literally anything. He just awkwardly hunches over all the way to the door, leading her out of the room.
Why don't I wear closer clothes?
Right. Oh, that's fucking great. But she's like hanging all over him, tits all over him. Actually, technically one boob and one tit, but whatever. We're not going to go too far into that. And they go out into the hallway, right, in full view of now Ulick and Egan and some Mord Sith, and now is the cold shower, right? They go out into the hallway and they're like, oh shit, there's people looking at us. That's got to be weird. But no, none of that registers. And so still in this chapter, you're not sure where Richard is, like, where he's at. He said, okay, dinner's done, but he could be implying that now it's time for fun.
Well, yeah, because there was no mention of him being uncomfortable when she said that. It was just like, we gotta move to the bed. That's where we're going.
Well, obviously, all the food is on the floor now, so...
Which, by the way, I don't feel like we actually enjoyed the food. That was a horny Terry being like, hey, sexy time.
100% horny Terry.
Whatever. Food porn. Okay. And anyways, all of the Mord Sith and the guards are not going to give him looks or make comments because they have no ties to Kaelin Amnel or the Queen of Gallia or any of those people. The only people who would give him a fucking look is maybe Mistress Sanderholt, because that's the only person who actually has a tie to Kaelin.
Knows and cares for Kaelin, right. Well, and on top of that...
Everybody else is like, Lord Rolf, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Exactly, he's the boss.
Yeah.
Who's gonna say, sir, that's inappropriate.
I mean, the Mord Sith were willing to do whatever he wanted, even though they didn't want to, just like a couple chapters ago, so...
That's true.
As far as they're concerned, he can fuck literally whoever he wants.
Anybody. Everybody lock your doors. Richard's single. Oh my god.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Wow, we just totally tangented there, and it was wonderful.
Yeah, I feel like that was a time warp.
Nailed it. So once alone and in front of a room, Richard tells Lumholtz that this is her room. And I'm going to be taking the one next to it. To which she is distressed and freaks out. Not really freaks out, but she's like, oh, but like, what am I'm going to be naked in there. So obviously I need you to follow me in there.
Someone's going to attack me if you're not with me. Oh my God.
We got to figure this out. And finally, we see Richard come back. And he grabs her hand, and he gives her a, what do we say, chaste?
Yeah.
C-H-A-S-T-E, kiss. Very formal, very, we're not going to do it tonight, like. And says they have plenty to do the next day. Then closes her door. We're done. Boom.
I feel like...
Go take a cold shower.
I feel like her begging like that would instantly turn me off. Even if everything else throughout the night had made me be like, okay.
look.
Okay, we're working. I would have been like, that is not attractive.
I don't like. Okay. This is gonna.
Also, I feel like you're leading